Now let's begin the story.
Why don't we do it? Do it!
What's going on, world? Welcome to Progressive Warrior, where faith meets execution, where mindset drives movement, and growth is intentional. I'm your host, Bruce E. Ford, the #1 motivational poet in the world. This is for leaders, creatives, entrepreneurs, and anyone committed to evolving mentally, spiritually, financially, and emotionally. We don't stay stagnant, we progress. Before we begin, let's align. I'm on the path of greatness. The Most High is guiding and guarding me. My work is about to pay off. New opportunities are opening. My adversity prepared me for abundance. I watch my thoughts, they shape my future. I release negativity. I receive clarity, elevation, and new energy. My best days are ahead of me. If this podcast is impacting you, support the movement. Cash App, $ECURBF, that's $ECURBF. Or Venmo, Bruce-Forward-40. For booking or consultations, email me at bookbruceford@gmail.com. That's bookbruceford@gmail.com. We're building more than a podcast. We're building disciplined, progressive warriors. And let's get into today's episode.
Wow, look! Hey, come on!
We're going to start this first episode of Progressive Warrior by calling this a series called Beyond Common Sense, the Supernatural Standard of Jesus. No version of Jesus operates by common sense. When you read the four Gospels, Gospel of Matthew, Gospel of Mark, Gospel of Luke, and Gospel of John, there's no version of Jesus that operates inside the limitations of natural reasoning. There's no version of him that follows culture. No version of him that bows to popular opinion. No version of him that submits to what looks possible. He overrides natural law. He heals the sick. He casts out devils. He manifests the miraculous. So the question for us today is, if we claim to follow him, why are we living beneath the standard he modeled? John chapter 9, verse 6 and 7. When he had thus spoken, he spat on the ground and made clear the spittle. And he anointed the eyes of the blind man with the clay, and said unto him, Go wash in the pool of Siloam. He went his way, therefore, and washed, and came seeing. I'm about to put this scripture into 3 categories, and what we do at Progressive Warrior is we break those categories down. You'll see what I mean. Follow with me. First category, common sense would prescribe medicine. Second category, in modern culture. Third category, your miracle may require. Let's get it started. Common sense would prescribe medicine. Jesus used mud. Why? Because God is not restricted to methods we approve of. Let's take a career shift. A person loses a corporate job they prayed to keep. Common sense says stability equals blessings, but the mud might be entrepreneurship. Months later, the business they were forced into becomes more impactful and profitable than the job ever was. The method looked messy, but it was divine strategy. Let's take a relationship separation. Someone prays for a relationship to work, but it falls apart. It feels like loss, but that breakup was protection. The unconventional method, separation, was actually alignment for something healthier and something better. And who don't want something better? Let's take on a financial stretch. Instead of immediate financial relief, God leads someone to give generously during tight times. It doesn't make logical sense. You can't even rub two nickels together. Yet that act opens up unexpected doors, partnerships, and provision streams that budgeting alone could. In modern culture, we often reject the unconventional answer because it doesn't fit our expectations. But breakthrough doesn't always look professional. Sometimes it looks uncomfortable. Let's talk about therapy and vulnerability. Breakthrough in mental health may require admitting you need counseling. That doesn't look strong in some cultures, but real healing often begins with uncomfortable honesty. Let's go with starting small. An entrepreneur wants a big launch, but breakthrough begins with selling out of your car and your garage. It doesn't look impressive, but consistency and humble beginnings builds empire. How you think Amazon got started? In a garage. Public humility. A leader must publicly apologize for a mistake. That feels uncomfortable and exposes imperfection. But that humility restores credibility and builds deeper trust than pretending strength ever could. Think about it. You might lose the respect of your family, your children, your co-workers. But sometimes when you humble yourself, you never know what kind of respect and credibility that can bring back. Your miracle may require obedience before understanding. Progressive warriors obey first, and clarity follows. Example 1, moving without full details. Someone feels led to relocate to a new city without a guaranteed job. The instruction comes before the explanation. Once they move, connections and contracts begin aligning. And next thing you know, you're on your way shooting toward the top. Sometimes we need forgiveness before closure. You forgive someone who never apologized. It doesn't make sense emotionally, but obedience releases emotional weight and opens up space for peace and new relationships. That's how bonds are made. Sometimes you have to give a little bit to get a little bit, emotionally, physically, and spiritually, but you'll get to where you need to be. You got to have consistency without applause. You keep posting content, studying, praying, training, even when no one is watching. There's no immediate reward. Months later, one opportunity changes everything. The obedience preceded the visibility. It's just like Progressive Warrior. I'm keep going. This is my first episode. But hopefully, one friend tell two tell four, y'all share and subscribe, and we on to the next level together. Here's the closing reinforcements. Mud didn't look like medicine. The cross didn't look like victory. And obedience won't always look logical. But progressive warriors understand this. We don't move by comfort. We move by conviction. Clarity is often reward for the obedience, not the prerequisite. Follow me on all my socials. That's TikTok, that's YouTube, and that's Instagram at Bruce Ford Speaks. Remember, warriors don't retreat, we evolve. Stay progressive, stay powerful, stay becoming.